What's up, guys? Thank you for your interest in our fall USA Prime Zeller developmental program. So, let me just give you a little bit of a background on myself and what we're going to be doing and why we're doing it. So, my name is Joe Zeller. I played my whole life. So, when I was a kid, I did, Little League and Pony League up through about age 11. And then at age 12, I started doing travel ball, was on the San Diego Stars. We won the national championship, and I pitched a national championship game. 13 years old, same team. We took third in the country. 14-year-old, I was on a team called the Rebels. We took second in the country. My first travel team that I formed here in Southern California, I called the Rebels, basically in honor of that team, which was a lot of fun. So I've done the whole travel ball world thing growing up. Okay, that was my life experience. It was a lot of fun, and it gave me, a great window into understanding the psyche of the kids and how to coach them. And after that, played high school, was on one of the best high school teams in the country. Went to Division 1 at LMU. Then I was drafted by the Chicago Cubs, and in college, I was a two-way player. I was a hitter and a pitcher, and one year I was all conference as a pitcher, one the next year as a hitter. So that's something that maybe almost nobody has ever done before. So that's another unique thing that I bring to the table as far as as a coach. Then, like I said, drafted by the Cubs, threw up to 96 miles an hour, had arm issues, started going into the knuckleball, and that kept me around a lot longer. Ended up playing 5 years professionally, got up to AA, and had an incredible career. But the reason I go over that is to basically say there's probably not that many people on planet Earth that are really more qualified than me, in that I've played professionally for a number of years, and very few people I've ever coached a lot that have played professionally. Usually, let's do lessons. I got into coaching, and I've coached travel ball for like 10 years. So now I see, okay, how does a kid that you teach with lessons, how does that transfer to a game? What kind of mindset shifts do they need? How do you talk to them? Things like that. Given thousands of in-person lessons, I was a hitter and a pitcher. Okay, so I have perspective on everything: hitting, pitching, giving lessons, doing camps, coaching super competitive teams at Perfect Game, coaching kids that start from nothing that then became nationally ranked, getting teams that started from nothing, getting them to the highest level. So I've really done everything. And that's why for me, I feel like, okay, after 10 years of doing that, after really doing basically everything in the game, what are my absolute strengths and what do I love? And no question about it, what I love is just the development of the kids. I feel like when you get into the games and you're playing every single weekend, you end up having a situation where there's so much emotion and there can end up being toxicity. You guys have seen it where you think this kid should be playing here, or I'm in a slump, and it's terrible. It's a lot of emotions, okay, for kids and for parents. And there's, some nice things about that. Sometimes can be a lot of highs, but there can be a lot of lows. And so what I've seen is for kids, they can only take so much of that because it is just such an emotional roller coaster. And really, they should be spending a lot of time on their development, because then they're going to be mentally into it and loving the whole process, getting better, as opposed to the crushing lows and all of that stuff. I'm not saying that games are not important, sometimes during the year, but there's definitely a time and a place to focus on development. So maybe, okay, I've been throwing a ton, and now I need a few months where I'm focusing more on my hitting and on my defense and taking a few months off from the mound. Or it could be anything like that. Or maybe, my game's going good, but I need to focus on agility, focus on speed, focus on different aspects. Or maybe you're a pitcher and you're looking good, but you really need to take a few months of focusing on developing your arm strength, as opposed to just going out on the mound and then throwing and your arms sore every single week. You can't really develop. So these are the things that I've seen. And really, that was always my strength, is we'd get teams that, just a bunch of kids random, and then develop them into, good. But then, just as it is in the travel ball world, you basically have the top national teams that are flying kids everywhere. And so I'll develop kids to a certain level and they want to go, on that travel ball circuit, which is fine. Okay. But what does that tell me? It tells me my strength is in the development. Okay. I don't want to be the guy that's calling kids up from all over the country to fly in and then I'm flying out to Houston to meet them. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is focus on the development of the kids and getting them better, building positive relationships with them, and making them love the game of baseball for the rest of their life. Okay, that's what I enjoy. And so that's the direction I'm trying to take now with my career in baseball. You guys see that I'm doing online training now. I have so much stuff on Instagram with different drills, different pitch designs, different aspects, even hitting and weightlifting. So I'm really leaning into that. And so that's why this fall, we want to get a good group of kids. This is really about kids that love the game, that have a good work ethic, that want to learn, that don't have this huge ego of I've got to be out there, you know, and with this team or that team. I want to learn. And I've seen the guys that get better, that's their mindset. And the guys that'll end up making it D1 and pro, and I've seen it from a young age, they're just guys that work hard, that want to learn. I've seen guys that get caught up at being the best in the country when they're 10 years old. These guys, most of the time, they're burning out. There might be exceptions. I don't want to, blanket everything. But guys, I'm interested in guys, kids that want to learn, parents that want their kids to develop and get better. There's not all this FOMO about, oh, so and so's doing this, so and so's doing that. Oh, I heard so and so, pitched here, pitched there. Guys, we're talking about, kids 8, 9, even 14 years old. It's time to develop them. It's time to get them better. It's time for them to love the game of baseball, to not have their arms breaking down, okay, for them to be able to rest their arms, okay, for them to just get stronger, healthy, develop, and then they're teenagers in high school. Okay, that's when the push is really, really hard. You've got to do this, you've got to do that. At this younger ages, let's develop these kids, okay, 9 to 14 years old. Let's get them better. And that's what I'm saying. This is the career path I want to go on, and I'm really probably one of, if not the most qualified person on the planet for this, guys. I've done the driveline certification. I did everything in baseball, like I was talking about. Fitness has always been a huge part of my life, even till now. So I can really teach every aspect of it, and I'm excited to bring all of my knowledge to the more developmental side of it. And for me, believe me, it's going to be a lot more fun. I'm super excited about this, and just working with them, 2, 3 days a week. So instead of, weekends that a lot of times turn out, bad, we're working more during the week, and then we have weekends off, and we can develop during the weekends if we want to, or we can go on vacation. Okay. So super excited about it. Thank you guys for watching this. And you guys can text me, email me, DM me on Instagram, probably the fastest way. I'm on Instagram just like crazy. You guys know I'm posting like all the time. So if you are interested, hit me up and we'll talk more. All right. Thank you guys for watching this. Peace.